Hi, welcome to Nomis Academy. In this video, I'll be teaching you area of plane shapes, and we're going to begin with circle. Yes, circle. This diagram you're seeing on your screen is a circle. The area of a circle is given by pi r squared. The area of a circle is given by pi r squared. Pi is the ratio of circumference to the diameter of any circular object, and it is always 22/7. So the value of pi is 22/7. For every circular object, the circumference divided by diameter gives the constant pi, 22/7. Now, what is this radius? R. Radius R is the line drawn from any point of the circumference to the center of the circle. You can see from this point to the center of the circle is the radius. From this point to the center of the circle is the radius. So the length of this line is what we take as the radius. Now, there's something you should know. This circumference is the total length of the line that made up this circle. Starting from here, if we measure the length of this line, this round line, back to this point, that is the circumference. Circumference of a circle is also known as the perimeter of that circle. So we'll be using that information later in this video. Now let's get into the area of a circle. Remember and put this formula at the front of your mind that area of a circle is pi r squared, where pi is 22/7 and r is the radius. Now let's take an example. Find the area of a circle whose radius is 3 centimeters. So how do we get this done? Let's get into the solution. The first thing you do is to tell your formula. Area of a circle is equal to pi r squared. Now that our pi has been known to be 22/7, multiply it by the radius. Remember, the radius is 3 centimeters. So this is 3 centimeters squared. 3 centimeters squared. So that gives us 22/7 multiplied by 3 centimeters squared multiplied by 3 centimeters multiplied by 3 centimeters. That gives 9 centimeters squared. So that gives 22 multiplied by 9. 9 times 2 is 18, remainder 1. 9 times 2 is 18 plus 1, 19, 198 divided by 7. So divide 198 by 7, 7 here 1. 7 in 19 is 2, remainder 5, we put it here, that's 58. 7 in 58 is 8, that's 56. Because 7 times 8 is 56, remainder 2. So we'll put our decimal point. So 2, 0. How many 7 can you get in 20? Correct, 2. Remainder 6. So that will be 60 again. How many 7 can you get from 60? That is 9. So you can put it 9. So you can take your answer to one decimal place. That's 28.3 centimeter. Remember, we have centimeter squared. So your answer should be in centimeter squared. So this is the area of the circle whose radius is 3 centimeter, 28.3 centimeter squared. Now, what happens if the radius of a circle is not given? Let's take example number 2. Example number 2 says, find the area of a circle whose diameter is 8 centimeter. What do they mean by diameter? Let's go back to the image in page 1. Now look at this image. Remember I told you that the line drawn from the point of circumference to the center is a radius. Now, when this radius is continued to the other end, we have a diameter. When this radius is continued to the other end of the circumference, we have a diameter. That tells that the continuation is also a radius because it starts from the center of the circle to the point of the circumference. That is another radius. So we now have two radii, radius 1, radius 2, making up a diameter. A diameter is a line that divides a circle into two equal parts. For a circle to be divided into two equal parts, it must be that the line must have passed through the center of that circle. Through the center of that circle, a straight line must have passed through the center of that circle. So that is the diameter. diameter is made up of 2 radii. So let's go back to our question, and how can we use that information to answer that question? The area of a circle whose diameter is 8 centimeter, we should be able to tell that from the formula pi r squared, that it can be transformed to pi r is diameter divided by 2. Remember that 2 radii is equals to 1 diameter. That is to tell that diameter divided by 2 is equals to 2 radii. Then this r becomes diameter divided by 2, then squared. So this is the same thing as this, and since this is the area of a circle, then in this case we can use this formula. So let's get into the solution of this question. So the area of this circle in this case, area of the circle is equal to pi d squared all over, remember that this squared is for everything, so this 2 will be squared, that's all over 4. So this is 22 over 7 multiplied by, what is the diameter? D, 8 centimeter. So that's 8 multiplied by 8 centimeter all over 4. So we can reduce to the lowest term. We can say 4 here 1 and 4 here 2. I think this is the least we can go. So we can take 22